Hello everybody, my name is Bam654328, and after an awkward bit of silence there, because I thought it was going to read it out and we're going to get some what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck it, doesn't matter. Swearing in 5 minutes, 5 seconds in the video. London, 1872. I have entered into the service of a new gentleman. It would seem he is a gambling man. So, hello everybody, my name is Bam654328, and just as we go through this little opening, this is a cheeky peek at 80 Days. It was released a couple of years ago, but we're on the grind, and this looks really interesting. So, before we get into the game, before we click on that London, let me lower the volume a bit, because it is a bit high. And let me read you a bit from the Steam page if you don't know what this game is. 1872 with a steampunk twist. Phileas Fogg has wagered he can circumnavigate the world in just 80 days. Excuse me. 170 cities to explore, detailed research and techno-fantasy combined in 1872 of tension, inventions and exploration. Climb the Burmese mountains, trek the Zulu Federation, sail up the Amazon, and disappear under the Indian Ocean. But don't fall behind the time. Playing as Phileas Fogg's loyal valet Passepartout, you must balance your master's health, your finances, and the time as you choose your own path from city to city all the way around the world. Bribe your way onto early departures, but don't let yourself go bankrupt, or you'll be sleeping rough and begging for aid. Trade items for profit, and collect the equipment for conditions you'll face, but too much luggage will slow you down. So, at the moment, these guys are doing the publisher, who is Inkle Limited, who is also the developer. They are currently giving part of their profits to children in conflict, war child, charities like that. So I wanted to highlight this today to try and get people to buy it so that we can give a little bit of money to charity, because, it's needed. Let's just have a little look in the options. What have we got? Settings. Yep, there's settings. Let's click on London. So this is a cheeky peek at 80 Days. We're going to begin with London and see what is going to happen. Monsieur Phileas Fogg returned home earlier from the Reform Club, and in a newfangled steam carriage besides. I helped him down. And the iron-lugged, steam-driven horses clattered away. Passepartout, said he. We are going around the world. Very good, monsieur. We shall circumnavigate the globe within 80 days. He was quite calm as he proposed this wild scheme. We'll leave for Paris on 8:25 in an hour. Once again, I will give this little caveat. There will be a little bit of... Well, I imagine there's going to be a lot of reading. So, please be patient. I'm dyslexic. It takes me a while to read things, alright? If you're not patient, go fuck yourself. But yeah, I still love you. But of course, I answered, still extremely suspicious. He nodded. Good. Pack an altimeter? And my evening jacket. What's an altimeter? Post in comments. There is not a moment to waste. You, Passepartout, now have funds. Your character is now dependable. Okay. Quickly, Passepartout. Collect our things and we will be off. So this is all in real time? Well, not real time, but time is always popping off. What the fuck? What do we do here? Right. He wanted his evening jacket. Oh, and they all have values. Ah, yeah. Oh, okay. Our completed Englishman's wardrobe should help negotiate times of upper-class journeys. So we're learning all of these routes that we can take. We can go from Stockholm to Helsinki and St. Petersburg, or we can go to Warsaw. My goodness. I'm going to depart to Paris. So, I'm not even going to attempt it. Departing now. The guard's van has space for one suitcase, which will suffice. Travel. This looks like a bearable option. Let's go. Is that what is that? "17 hours later." The mechanical horses raced past Piccadilly Circus and Pall Mall faster than a team of thoroughbreds. Even so, the whistle of the 8:25 was blowing as we pulled up to Charing Cross Station. "We have no tickets," I exclaimed. We raced along the concourse and threw ourselves aboard. Let's throw ourselves aboard. As the second whistle shrieking its warning, we barely had time to take our seats before the guard rapped smartly on the compartment door. He held out a hand. "Tickets, please." "Alas, monsieur, we are in a great hurry. I have pretended to have lost them." "We're in a great hurry here, mate," I explained, giving him a beseeching look. "We do not have time to buy tickets. You may purchase them from me," the guard was saying. "Though it is more expensive, I'm afraid. £85, please." Oh, fucking hell, that's expensive. No, we're going to pay it. We hand over the £85 and smiled a thin smile from one working man to another. The guard gave me our tickets and slid the compartment door shut behind him. To be fair, £42.50 to get to Paris seems alright. "Oh, let's converse. Yo. I'm at your service, Monsieur Fogg. Passepartout. Begin conversation. Journey. But tell me, monsieur, what is the purpose of this journey? I have made a hefty wager, and I do not intend to lose." "The journey will be most expensive, monsieur." "Indeed, but we can earn a little from buying and selling our possessions as we travel." "Very good. What if I don't want to sell my possessions? What if I've got like a rare fucking Pokemon card? I ain't getting rid of that. Shiny Charizard for fucking £2.50? Do one, mate. London smog gave way to rolling hills and the pastures of the Kentish countryside, still untouched by the hand of technological advancement. Monsieur Fogg read his paper, whilst I repacked our bags. We passed the day in silence until a guard rapped on our door a few miles before Dover. "We're about to submerge," he warned. Takes some people a bit funny, so watch out." "What do you mean, submerge?" "This is the London to Paris. I can't say that word. Amphitrite Express," he explained, as though to a particularly dim-witted child. "The submersible train? Talk of all the London papers? Then this is the murder train. You know what? That amuses me. I'm going to say that." He made a face. "Bloody journalists and their silly names," he muttered. "Every inch of her has been examined and stamped with the seal. This is the world's only Bathyscaphe locomotive." Pressed my face to the window glass as the fins above the Amphitrite's wheels extended. I can't wait to get off this fucking train so I don't have to say that anymore. Wheels extended with a hydraulic hiss. Night fell, and we plunged past the end of the track into the freezing water of the English Channel. Your relationship with Fogg has strengthened slightly. Oh, we're underwater now, boys. We are 120 miles away from Paris. The Amphitrite ploughed through the water overnight and splashed up onto wider gauge French tracks at Calais. as dawn broke. Do you have a route in mind, monsieur, or I begin to consider what we might require for our journey? Let's ask him if he has a route in mind. I asked, as the water of the channel drained from the compartment's windows. I am as yet undecided, my master admitted. The new canal has sped up the shipping route from Suzette to Bombay, though perhaps we could take the Trans-Siberian Railway across Russia. Surely not Bombay, I exclaimed. We shall certainly wilt in the scorching heat. Exactly. Then we would do well to buy hats and linen trousers, he replied. There are other alternatives. We may also travel overland across the Black and Caspian Sea. But which is the fastest? I believe, said he, that is what we shall put to the test. Parbleu? I scarcely knew what to think. So I'm guessing that's like an exclamation. Sorry, I don't know any French. Parbleu! We arrive at Paris Gare du Nord just after 1 o'clock. Automaton porters lifted our luggage, and then our persons onto the platform with long, delicate, filigreed ironed arms. Paris, city of my heart. I was home, but not to stay. So it's day 2, boys. Day 2. God, the Trans-Siberian Express is fucking nuts, innit? I say we go up to Amsterdam. Okay. Let's explore. For 4 hours, but gives us new routes. We had a few hours to spare. I asked Monsieur Fogg if I might enjoy my city before we had to leave. Indeed, and should you learn anything of note, be sure to relay it. I nodded and headed into town. The talk on the streets was of one thing only, an enormous, elegant, oval stadium, constructed upon the green fields of Camp de Mars, and containing the technological marvels, art, amusement parks, and milling crowds of the World's Fair of 1872. My city still wore the scars of last year's siege. I ventured inside, but I was certain Monsieur Fogg did not intend for... I'm going inside, you can fuck off. I ventured inside the grand illuminated pavilions of the exposition, Hello? You know what, we're going towards the airship hangar. I went west towards the airship hangar, past a booth with a husband and wife, a husband pair selling panoramic hot air balloon rides to eager tourists. I inquired to their hourly rate, wondering if perhaps the balloon could be encouraged to go a little way east as well and contribute to our great journey. £80 for half an air flight, the man responded. I gaped. Ugh. That is robbery, the man shrugged. We are the only balloonist here today. Are you willing to miss out on the experience of a flight over Paris? Going around the world, sunshine, I replied. I hope for much more for impressive sights in the days to come. The man nodded and moved on to the next punter with great swiftness. I regarded the airships that filled the hangar behind him. I returned to the main hub. Airships that filled the hangar behind him. There were a huge number on display from all over the world, and my eye was immediately caught by African-made rigged metal balloon, the gilded Egyptian Ifrit class airship. Yo, you put Ifrit in anything, I want it. The metal-clad full-propeller Savacar Atomic, the bulky coal-gas-powered Ottoman Gayek, or the twin-bladed Peruvian gyrocopter. It's a weapon in fucking Dark Souls, innit? Ifrit class airship, baby. It's gotta be. Painted all over this with stylish poppies and feathers, it resembled nothing more than a vast flying sarcophagus. Yo! Fucking put me in that when I die and fire me out of a cannon. That sounds sick. Do people really fly in such things? I asked an exhibitor. Indeed, hundreds of them do, and every day, he replied with a booming laugh. They say the skies of Arabia are crisscrossed with the trials of Egyptian ships. Perhaps one day soon, Monsieur Fogg and I would find ourselves flying in such craft. I returned to the Exposition Centre, I get it right eventually, my thoughts turning with clouds and engine rotors. Avenues sprawled in every direction between the inviting, illuminated pavilions of the Exposition. Decided to take my leave. And I returned to Monsieur Fogg, who was eating a meal of plain boiled beef a la Posting comments, how am I meant to pronounce that? Do you enjoy the exposition? My master inquired diffidently, as though I had been out visiting an aged great aunt, having preferred a hearty meal and an English newspaper, and I nodded. Hearty meal and newspaper. To all the wonders that the modern world has to offer. Nothing else could possibly impress me now. We are unspeakably lucky to live in such an age of invention. Will we travel by airship, do you suppose? I asked. I think it highly likely, he replied. They are expensive, but extremely fast. I dreamed that night of mechanical wonders and automatons with beautifully enameled faces. Knowing little of the strange inventions and stranger peoples I would soon encounter in my journey around the world. So, clock is ticking past about 2. We must decide. Quick, to the market! An extra suitcase for a tenner. Yoink! Yes, please. Can I have? I buy? Hello? Worth $2,000 in Berlin. Oh, but wait, can we? Berlin's that way, so we could go Amsterdam, Berlin. It's worth it in Berlin. Travel, keep out the wind. Set of geometric drawing instruments, precisely made of beautiful pristine. Valuable in Warsaw and Budapest. Get that. Get this cloak as well. Coat. Close the luggage. Let's fuck off. We're going to Amsterdam. The private car departs from Amsterdam tomorrow before 5 p.m. Yep, that's fine. Let's go. I would like to go. Go. Oh, do I have to actually wait? Okay. We took a hotel for the night. We will be comfortable here, Monsieur Fogg remarked, but travelling overnight will be more efficient. So we must board the longest journeys available. Perhaps, he replied, the short answer indicating, I think that one-day journeys might often be more flexible in their timing and could allow for more connections. Still, the surroundings of the Hotel Ritz were most enjoyable. Okay, off to Amsterdam we go. Hire a second car for our fucking luggage. Go for it. Look at his little goggles. God, we're already like 370 quid down. Fucking hell. Found a member of the Coachmakers Guild to carry us to Amsterdam. She loaded the cases onto the back, stoked the boiler, and took off at a high speed along the coastal road, swerving around each corner with considerable skill, and I think a touch of recklessness, some glitter or discomfort, or a touch of showmanship. That's what we're going to go with. I clung on tight. This would be a terrific ride. Let's converse. Greetings, driver. I cannot drive well if you are talking to me. I am sure you know all about Amsterdam. There's still numbers, tulips in Amsterdam. No question. We want to go Berlin. Maybe, but you can buy 63 tooth gears in Berlin that will sell for a fortune in Khartoum. Interesting. What if we go to Munich? Is there a route available to Amsterdam via Munich? Yes, one can sail by river barge from Amsterdam to Munich, but it's slow going. So we learnt about that route. Need to get Berlin though. That's where we want to be. That's where our wine is going to make us some big money. Once or twice the metal rim wheels lifted the chassis clear from the road on one side, only to bump down after a chuff and a puff more of the engine. What? Bump down after a chuff and a puff more of the engine. I'll reread that later and then I'll get it. We must have topped 40. Perhaps even 50 miles per hour. Bloody hell. A fabulous way to travel. The Polish inventor Bozek, who had first attached a perfectly decent locomotive engine underneath a flimsy wooden crate, was clearly a genius. Such cars were growing in popularity. Or, my good friends and I were not destined to be a valet until the end. My good friends, if I were not destined to be a valet until the day I have grey hairs in my ears, I'd become a mechanic, creating these wonderful devices that go so fast and yet hold the road as though with dug-in claws. Does such a role exist, perhaps? I will invent it if not. Toot toot! That's cute. I watched the driver as we rode, hoping to learn her secrets, should I get the opportunity to drive for myself. Your character is now courageous. Delightful. You're quite flamboyant type, I see. What you can call me? Right. We want to explore because that'll give us new routes. And it's given us one to Berlin, get in. The people of Amsterdam moved about its canal-side streets with a sense of optimism and good cheer. I felt no pressing need to linger. One look at their buildings tells another story. Our own mission left little time for exchanging pleasantries. I found a street peddler who greeted me with a cheerful smile beneath a caterpillar-like mustache. We are going around the world. What's the cheapest way out of the city? What's the fastest way out from here? Car, I suppose. The roads are good. The canals used to be better. But now they seem almost out of date. He sighed. It is a curse to be rich in the past, but the time the future rolls around, you are poor again. Maybe you will be rich again someday, my friend. Sometime, I remarked, for more sheer optimism than any true conviction. The peddler reached into his pocket. Buy an apple, £1. I bought it, and took it with a smile. I thanked the peddler and moved on. So many choices. All that remained was to choose the best way to depart. What is this? Slender volume list, contacts. Okay, we want to sell the wine here. So can we... 40 quid? What do you mean? I thought this was... Wait, where are we? Yeah, we haven't travelled to Berlin yet, you absolute prat. Honestly. And a Munich, 130. Nah, we're alright. Of interest to official, earnest, and soldier types. Interesting. Okay, let's plan. We need to go to Berlin. Private car. I expect this departure could be altered. Negotiate. Thoroughly ungentlemanly behaviour. 6:20 tomorrow. Ticket will require a further 110. Fuck off. Hang on. So it's 110 now. Negotiate. In 2 days. Ah. That's a lot of money. No. We're gonna stay for 2 days. It's too much money. It's too much. I ain't fucking around with that. Come on now. What do I look like, a fucking mug? With what remains of the day, I attended Monsieur Fogg. I ran a few errands for the hut. Oh yeah, let's run errands. They might give us some money. I ran a few errands for the hotelier, earning £93, as well as overhearing him that the most efficient way to Prague to go through via Berlin. Most intriguing. So, we can go to Copenhagen. I don't want to go to Copenhagen. I'll go to Berlin. Right, what's the price now? So, 8 a.m. No. I want to. Trust me, I want to. But no. Let's have a look at the market again. You get all new. Alright. So we're going to hotel again. It's day 5. That's okay though. As night fell, I washed and hung our linen. I ran a few errands. I engaged another guest in conversation. Here we go. To find out what I could, learning that some buyers will pay well for evening jackets from Copenhagen. A most interesting snippet. Interesting. Right. To Berlin. So, free plays. Oh yeah, as online. So you can kind of see what other people are doing, what they're taking. Really cool. So we are going to go to Berlin. We're going to embark. Oh, this fucking apple, honestly. I just hired an extra bloody case for an apple. That'd be the most fucking delicious apple ever. Our next leg was another short trip in a car. I bounded in, eager to get started. We hired the same driver as before. "You two!" she exclaimed. "Get in!" Let's converse. "What is your wish, master?" "Why, my dear Passepartout." "Money." "How are our funds?" "We are quite comfortable." "How is our progress?" "Day 5, I believe." "Early days." "Very good." We're gonna make fucking bank in Berlin. As we departed Amsterdam from Berlin, I begged Monsieur Fogg to allow me a turn of the wheel. He looked to our driver, who smiled and happily moved to one side. The wheel beneath my hands was like nothing I've experienced before. "You don't have a driver's license, what are you playing at?" Almost an electrical sensation. Oh, such a responsibility. Such a responsibility. You're gonna fucking careen into a bloody... You're gonna go off the road, hit little Susie. You're not going to see next Christmas. Such a responsibility, knowing the slightest sneeze could send us veering into a ditch. I drove by sheer instinct, quite without thought to the mechanisms involved. That presumably is how we became a cropper. I had assumed the car would start as normal. I confess it. I drove like a loon. Oh no, it made him worry. Had I done differently, my Gaelic blood would have boiled as it was ever so lightly spilt. Once again, I apologise. Dyslexia is a harsh beach. I can't even fucking talk. What's wrong with me? Far worse was the expression on my master's face. Hours later, the car was fixed and we were able to drive on, but the irreparable, whatever that word, had already occurred. We were now a day behind. Bollock! Now he's taken more damage. Oh, there we go. We fucking combed his beard and combed his little moustache and he's all good now. We made good progress in the car, but not enough to recover our lost time. Toot, my friends. Toot! So, our driver asked us quite suddenly, after a full day and a half of silence, "Why are you going to Berlin anyway?" "Mate, I got this fucking really nice wine. Honestly, knock your fucking pants off. It's that good. A fucking Wait, we're in the 1800s. A fucking 1700 bottle of wine. Honestly. It tastes like a burlap sack. Right, we're going around the world. We are heading south towards Istanbul and the Black Sea. We're going around the world. The driver frowned. Buy a car? We're paying you, so what do you care? By car, train, airship, whatever we can find. She nodded. You should go into Africa, she said. The Zulus near Ulundi run long-distance airships across the world. Oh, that's a good tip. There was an extent of our discussion. She returned to driving, and I to watching the world slip by. Quick, comb fog. He loves his comb, he does. He's like a fucking cat when you give him a brush. The road swept beneath our feet like a dogged gardener. Finally, we came upon the sight of tiled roofs, the harbour, and the smell of herring. We had finally arrived in Berlin. Get me to this market. I need somebody to fucking take this wine off me. Look at that. That's a banging deal. Khartoum? Caribbean routes for transport around the Caribbean Sea will be visible on the globe. Let's take that. Do we need this anymore? Well, we're not in Europe anymore, are we? Well, technically. Oh, fuck it. Get rid. Small black crystal, part of the railman set. I'll take this, just in case we do go to Khartoum. I really just want to fucking get rid of this. Valuable here and in Copenhagen. Oh, sweet, we can sell this. So then move the apples over. We don't need this anymore. Get rid of it. New routes discovered. So we got one from Houston to Havana to Miami. New Orleans. Into Port-au-Prince. Okay, now hello. Right. Hotel. Oh, that's so much bank. We stayed for the night in the Hotel Adlon on Ute den Linden, the main boulevard in the central Meat district. From the window, the Brandenburg Gate was lit by upturned gas lamps. Fucking hell. I went for a late night stroll along the avenue, past groups of people drinking at low tables. I sat down beside a pair of ladies. Hello. I sat with a man. Hello. Who was demonstrating various engine noises. I stated, let's get in with them ladies, who were trying to outdrink the other. I kept score for them. Wait, this is getting weird. As jug by jug slowly slid underneath the outdoor table and onto the cobblestone beneath, the evening was riotous, and I learned from my new friends Adele and Claudia. Claudia Auditori, that merchants in Astrakhan will pay huge amounts for candles scented of rose from Bucharest. It's really interesting because you kind of have to like try and remember, oh, this is going to be really valuable here. But at the same time, you look at it and it's like, it just tells you, this game's fantastic. Buy it. Buy it now because you're going to be helping out a charity. And it's just perfect. Berlin, they tell me, was once filled with glorious sounds of people speaking French. Not so anymore. Now there is nothing but crushing of gears. It seems so foul on the streets. We did not go out. I apologize. I am so sorry. I'm meant to be a professional shit talker. Every street corner is equipped with rotaries and wielded systems that spin glass globes this way and that. Their purpose is quite unclear, but I've noticed people walking quickly past them. Or the purpose is quite unclear, but when I investigated one by throwing my shoe at it, I discovered they were extremely robust. No glass at all, I suspect, but some kind of crystal. The mystery persisted until nightfall, when these globes all lit up, and the people of Berlin clustered around the warmth of the globes to drink beer and converse. It seems they worked hard here, but they celebrated with equal vigour. Join in the merriment. I don't give a fuck about your elf, Phineas. We are having a bev, mate. I sipped at a mug of beer with a thick head, and recalled in horror. These fiends put wheat in their beer. Are you gluten intolerant or something, mate? I feel that. The afternoon turned to evening, and we finished our exploration of Berlin. Hey, if he's so shocked about putting wheat in beer, how was beer made back in olden days? Would it have just been hops and barley? What can we do at the bank? We must visit the bank, Monsieur Flog. Fuck it, that's it. Monsieur Flog declared. You have an additional funds? A robbery, monsieur? Certainly not, he replied firmly. But do you suppose I put my entire fortune into a carpet bag under your supervision? The fuck's a cat? What? Can I get a Google Translate on this, please? Of course. I regarded the bank as we entered. The manager. The bank as we entered. It was a palace of stone and shimmering marble floors, with beautiful windows, fountains, and plants. You wish to withdraw funds, we were told. I warn you, it may take some time. Give me $3,000 in 3 days. We require £3,000, I said. The manager drew a sharp breath. I will have to communicate with London first, of course. He apologised. I should have a reply in 3 working days, it seems. Monsieur Flog, I keep saying Flog now, that's it, remarked as we left. We have some time to dispose of. So now we have to wait 3 days. Ah, okay. Well, that's fine. We can wait 3 days. I'm going to be getting shitloads of money. So we made ourselves comfortable and waited. The days passed quickly enough. We woke, ready for the bank, as soon as it opened its doors. Funds at 10 a.m. Tapping the clock. We'll skip. Let's go. Give me my money. Funds are ready. Let's go. We returned to the bank at opening time to collect our funds, and then they were ready to process once more. Boom! Loads of money. So we can either take the North German Express, or we can take this to Budapest. Budapest leads us to Bucharest. Bucharest into... That's not a thing, that's a person. Into Istanbul. Ferry? That person gone. You're on day 11. What do you mean? Oh, everyone's just doing better than me. So, do we want to go to Warsaw, or should we go up to Stockholm? You know what, let's go up to Stockholm. So, the luggage rack has space for 4 suitcases, which is ample. High winds. This seems a bothersome experience, but the travelling cook from our gentleman's the Nordic Flyer. We're on a blimp now, boys. The Nordic Flyer was a small chartered airship crewed by a trio of Norwegian women, one ancient, one middle-aged, and one with flashing blue eyes, whom I was frankly rather afraid of. The ropes were loose and we drifted up in the skies. Greetings, Elsa. Hello to you. Pray tell me about Stockholm. I cannot talk about that, monsieur. I'm doing. You know what? I'm sorry, everyone. Stockholm to Moscow. Is it possible to travel from Stockholm to Moscow? Probably. I mean, that's how you should answer every fucking question, really. Can I do this? Probably. Most efficient way to Moscow is via Helsinki. Okay, so how do we get a Helsinki from Stockholm? I believe so. Stockholm is linked to the Helsinki aboard the Baltic ferry, but the fare is worth saving up for. Would you like apple? Most generous. Helsinki. They say it's woolen cloaks in Helsinki. Copenhagen, I would hope not. I'll hold out hope. If you have... if you could have any job, what would you be? A valet. King just sounds boring. How dare you? How dare you? I've been told they were irregular. The fuck's a Baku? Merchants. Okay. Baku to Mount Erebus? Goodbye. Honestly, useless. Well, we got a good bit of information out of her. We're off, boys. So, why are you going to Stockholm? Asked Mademoiselle Elsa Ekus, the youngest of the three. We're going around the world. She clapped her hands. And we're part of your route? That's wonderful. Tell me, where else have you been? I told her. But her interest rapidly waned. I have been to Berlin too, she said, and Paris. Yours is not much of an adventure. We're only just starting, pet. Calm down, I replied, but I could not help but agree. We will have more of a tale to tell in a few weeks. Oh? She replied, eyes glittering. I do hope so. With that, she bowed her head and let me be. Ta-ra, pet. Oh, it's getting snowy, lads. We spent most of the day crossing the lower wastes of Sweden. Empty fields with scattered houses, an airship in the skies, and haystacks below. All of my life is here, my friend. Mademoiselle Ekus joined me at the rail. It is wonderful, is it not? Has a rustic charm. I don't want to be I don't want to go, yo, do you realise you're living in a fucking shithole? Do you realise that 90% of the place you live is on fire? I want to be rude to her. It is a poor place, she replied. My mother and her what? Hello? Left that world behind when they inherited this balloon. We are not going back. None of us. Now you are pilots. She nodded. Now we fly above the world rather than crawl around upon it. There was a call from the upper deck. We were above Stockholm. The eldest woman threw out the painter. Oh no, she just threw out a man who was just painting the wall? And it unravelled down the gap. Alright then, I guess painter means something else. We descend towards the city. What does the painter mean, I wonder? The pocket altimeter would be quite something here. So. No, I want to keep that. Drinking horn. Hell yeah. Elastic wallet. And salve healing wound for tired joints. We're taking this drinking horn. I don't care what anyone says. Evening jacket. Okay. And then I think we're going to plan. Okay. Pay well for woolen clothes from Helsinki. And St. Petersburg. Okay. We shall do one more trip. And then I think that will be our final for... Yeah, so tomorrow. Okay. Our final little trip for 80 days. So let's plan our hotel night. We found our hotel to be very well appointed, and we're glad of it, because the streets outside became fearfully cold as the night fell. There is something beautiful to this bleak city. From the way he turned his head, it was clear that Monsieur Fogg found my remark distasteful, but he made no particular rejoinder. What do you mean? Why are you upset with me? Oh, explore. I've missed me fucking train now, haven't I? I just see explore and I'm like, oh. We met a middle-aged Swede by the name of Sven, who offered to show us around the city during the day. The city was undergoing a vast development everywhere we looked. New land being dragged from water. And the buildings made of granite slabs rose like Egyptian temples, block by block, almost as we watched. We are building the future here in Sweden. We are very advanced, Sven told me. You must be very proud. We are, Sven agreed. Ask about the duchy on the left-hand side of Finland. Most likely the next stop of our journey. Finland is a wonderful country, he told us with some enthusiasm. They have developed reindeer with steam jets that can fly across the night sky at wondrous speeds. Hang on. You fucking what? That sounds excellent. That seems unlikely. In England, all the men and women wear flying shoes. I replied, I suspected in kind. Flying shoes? Oh! Sven replied, very good. We took our leave of him, and he seemed almost sorry to see us go. I suspect he was a lonely soul. Aww. Sven! I adopt him. Fuck, I did not. Oops. Oh, fucking That's what I get for fucking poncing around the city, like, before retiring. Let's get our shirts fucking nice, like. Depart! So, do we want to go Helsinki first? Yes, because we want to go and get some woolen clothes. Suitcase free spaces, mild seas and cold weather. This looks like a wearsome experience. But the travelling cloak from our gentleman traveller That's a beautiful little game. We left Stockholm promptly and without fuss. We'll just wait. Balloonist kidnapped. What? Glad we didn't go on the bloody balloon now. The ferry left Stockholm's terminal and cut out into the Baltic Sea for the short crossing to Helsinki. Feasted on herring and small battered fish while Monsieur Fogg studied a Russian newspaper he found in the crew quarters. I do not think he could understand a word of it, but the pictures appeared to entertain him. We docked at Helsinki in the early evening and disembarked. Okay, so here, what we have, buffalo hide, monkey wrench, a lovely hat, America timetable, and a Kavlena? Copy of Finnish mythology. Yo, you tell me anything that's to do with mythology and I'm like, yes. Ooh, well, we'll take it with us. Seems pointless keeping the space open, like. But I think that will do for now. We need to explore in Helsinki and St. Petersburg to try and find our way to Moscow to get the transit. What is it called? Long ass train ride all the way through Russia. But I think that will do for now. But like I said, this game is currently on sale. If you did enjoy what you saw, please consider buying it. They are giving money to charity, which is an awesome thing, naturally. Shouldn't have to tell you that. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Expect it on a stream at some point in the future. Also, did you know I stream now over at twitch.com/thebam654328. Don't know if I've got my Twitch name right, I've forgotten, but that's okay. But this has been a cheeky peek at 80 days. I have been Bam. You have been you. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like, feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment about telling me all the shit I asked about, because it'd be nice to know. But thank you very much for watching, like I said, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye. 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 Bye.